most creative scores in the W.
Starting to go on a rampage here. They've cut it to 5.
And with the first overall selection in the 2023 NHL Draft, the Chicago Blackhawks are very proud to select from the Regina Pats, the Western Hockey League, Connor Bedard.
What's going on, everybody? This is Mike Hughes, and you're listening to Mike on the Mic and everything Chicago sports-related podcast, brought to you by the All Sports, All Plays Network. If you haven't hit that follow button, definitely give them a smack real quick, because we're going to be covering Bears and NFL football all season long. I'm supposed to be off this week. We just wrapped up Chicago Sky WNBA season. You know, we got Cubs playoffs coming in. I was going to take this week and just enjoy myself, really just recuperate, figure out what we needed to figure out, but Justin Fields reeled me back in. Justin Fields did everything he needed to do as a member and as the face of the Chicago Bears. He did something no Bears quarterback has ever done since Jim McMahon. Super proud of the kid. I want to reiterate that before this entire video starts, before we get in here and talk about what Justin Fields said to the media today in the press conferences, I want to say that I will not put up with any Justin Fields slander for what he vocalized today. That first and foremost, a horrible performance, 27-17 loss, starting the season 0-2, going into Arrowhead against Patrick Mahomes, Chris Jones, and Travis Kelce, Andy Reid, and Matt Nagy. It's going to be awful. We're potentially going into a 0-3 start to the season, and Justin Fields has had enough of it. You are the face of the franchise. Everything in this franchise rides on Justin Fields. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, everything goes down and comes back down to Fields. So for him to be vocal today, the way he was in this press conference, getting me off my couch, getting me down here and making a video for you guys, having these conversations and saying that he's holding not only himself, not only his teammates, but Matt Eberflus and Luke Getsy accountable, that is so important. We're going to play the video of what Justin Fields said in just a minute, but for clarification, I want it known. He's in no way, shape, or form saying that these guys need to be fired. He's in no way, shape, or form saying that, they aren't good at their job. He's just saying in what he's good at, he feels like he hasn't been utilized properly. So here's the Justin Fields conversation in the press conference today. It's about a minute and a half, and then we're going to dissect it and break it down. But here's what he had to say.
Of course, things that I didn't like, I felt like, I wasn't necessarily playing my game. Felt like I was kind of robotic and not playing like myself. So, my goal this week is just to, say F it and just go out there and, play football how I know how to play football. And that includes thinking less and just going out there and, playing off of instincts rather than just of, so much, so to say, info in my head, data in my head, and literally just going out there playing football. Just going back to it's a game. And that's it, because that's when, I play my best is when I'm just out there playing free and being myself. So I'm going to say kind of just bump all the, what I should do, what I, this and that, like pocket stuff, like I'm going to go out there and be me. So, yeah.
When you say thinking less, what do you think was causing you to think so much, maybe think too much?
Could be, coaching, I think. But, at the end of the day, it makes it, they're doing their job when they're giving me, what to look at and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I, can't be thinking about that when the game comes. I prepare myself throughout the week. And then when the game comes, it's, it's time to play free at that point. So, just thinking less and, playing more.
That's everything. That's everything right there. That's everything we've been looking for. That's everything we want to hear from Justin Fields and from this entire team. Something that's important to me that I feel like didn't get talked about enough throughout the Mitchell Trubisky era was that Mitch never pointed fingers. Mitch kind of just put his head down and did what he needed to do and just kind of skated by, kind of passive, not allowing Matt Nagy to take any heat whatsoever. Matt just fully threw this kid under the bus. Just to come to find out, Nick Foles and Andy Dalton and Justin Fields quarterbacks later, X amount of quarterbacks later, that it was Nagy the entire time. It was Nagy and Lazor the entire time. We've seen it time and time again. I mean, let's talk about it. Offensive coordinators since 2012 for the Chicago Bears. Tice was an offensive line coach with 0 offensive coordinating experience. Cromer was an offensive line coach with 0 NFL offensive coordinating experience. Adam Gase was great. He rejuvenated Jay Cutler's career. Jay Cutler had a career year with him. He was gone after a year. Couldn't retain him. Couldn't keep him. You wanted to rock out with Trestman. You wanted to rock out with John Fox. You wanted to rock out with all these different alternatives, and it just wasn't the case. Loggins had 1 year experience being an offensive coordinator. Didn't work too great. Helfrich was unemployed. Bill Lazor was unemployed. Luke Getsy was an offensive coordinator in college, and all he did with the Green Bay Packers was hold Aaron Rodgers' jockstrap along with Nathaniel Hackett. That's the reality of the situation. So throughout all that time, we've had Josh McCown, Jimmy Clausen, Jay Cutler, Mitchell Trubisky, Nick Foles, Andy Dalton, Justin Fields, and every single time before we go into anything, we point at the quarterback as fans. We always point at the quarterback. We're never going to have a franchise quarterback. We're never going to have this. We're never going to have that. We never look at the coaching until it's too late. It's just a narrative. And if anybody wants to sit up here and argue with me, argue with the wall or argue with your mama, because I'm not arguing about it. I'm here. I'm in the city. I'm from the Chi. I grew up here, lived and breathed it. My dad, God rest his soul, knew him for 15 years. Every single year, we're talking about the quarterback. We never talked about maybe Lovie Smith's shit's getting old. Maybe they can't keep an offensive coordinator around Jay Cutler long enough for him to build a system. Maybe Mitchell Trubisky just has a dipshit Matt Nagy with the biggest ego in the world. And I've talked to former Chicago Bears legends about him, saying that he has the biggest ego in the world. Even as a player in Iowa, he wasn't anything. He was just an asshole. Point blank, period. I'm not going to name drop those guys, but that's just what it is. It's definitely a conversation you need to start having. Justin Fields going out there today and saying, listen, bro, we lost 27-17 and I ran the ball less than 5 times, less than 5 yards. Yeah, he got a touchdown. Opening drive. He runs it in on the right side hash. Amazing touchdown. Then you're right back to screenplays. 3rd and 9. We're back to screenplays. We're doing screenplays all day long. Now, I did love to see that DJ Moore was more involved. 9 targets for 6 catches and 104 yards, 0 tutties. But then you get away from that again. Roschon Johnson breaks away for a 30-yard gain. Didn't see him the rest of the game. 4 carries the entire game for Roschon Johnson. Leading as the Bears runner. I mean, let's have that conversation and let's really talk about what we're seeing right now from Luke Getsy, from the Chicago Bears. And if you guys are new here, I appreciate the follow button. I appreciate everybody tuning in who's joined into this live today. This wasn't planned, so I appreciate everybody who's just randomly here on a Wednesday afternoon. But Justin saying this, he's not asking for anybody's head. He's not asking for anybody's job. He's just saying, listen, here's the thing. Can Justin Fields read a defense? Can Justin Fields perform like Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow, or Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers? That's a hot take. He's not a pocket passer. It's just the facts. He's not. He is not a traditional pocket passer. Now, here's the thing. Why that's okay in today's game is everything. Jalen Hurts isn't your traditional pocket passer. He's not. A.J. Brown, Devontae Adams, Dallas Goedert, or not Devontae Adams, pardon me, Devontae Smith, and Dallas Goedert and company definitely help him grow. But the way they neutralized themselves in RPOs last year and the way they really just played their game, they didn't try to play too high. They didn't try to play too low. They weren't conservative. They weren't passive aggressive. They were just chill. They did what they needed to do. With what I'm seeing from Luke Getsy, you have a kid who in year 2 showed you that he has the potential to be a top 3 rushing quarterback of all time. And he ain't 3. And arguably, he ain't 2. He could go down as the best rushing quarterback we've ever seen. Breaking single-game NFL records, breaking NFL records in a single season by Lamar Jackson and Michael Vick. And then you go into this year with screen passes. So he's not throwing the deep ball like Aaron Rodgers was with Luke Getsy in fucking Green Bay. And he's not running the ball. So what version of Justin Fields are you getting? Now, Justin Fields has a lot to grow. He has a lot to do. He has a lot of progressions that he needs to hit in order to say that he is a franchise quarterback for the next 5 to 10 years. He hasn't proven that, and that's okay. It's only year 3. Year 1 was bullshit. Year 2 was the worst that we probably have ever seen as the Chicago Bears franchise, or at least top 3. And year 3 is kind of a make it or break it. But when you put yourself into the situation to where this is what he's good at, this is how he can help you. I'm a coach. I coach high school. Okay, I coach high school baseball. How am I going to help get the best version out of these kids? You have to take what they're good at and use it to your benefit. Justin Fields' legs is how you utilize him correctly. Justin Fields mobility is how you utilize him correctly. The RPOs, the wildcat plays, the play action, all of it. That is how you utilize them. Screen passes. Screen passes is what we're doing, though. Why? You have DJ Moore, Chase Claypool, Darnell Mooney, Cole Kmet, all these different guys. I can name them all day long. We know who's there. We have guys. And we're going to sit up here and we're going to tell ourselves that, hey, we're running screenplays because I don't want to throw the ball, but I also don't want him to run the ball. As an offensive coordinator, what are you doing? I said it the day these guys got hired. Truly. You can go back, you watch the film. Go on my YouTube channel right now if you haven't already. Mike on the Mic Chicago. You can type in the Matt Eberflus hire. I said it. This guy's a placeholder. This guy is here to build a culture that Matt Nagy tarnished. After that, get the fuck out of here, bro. Time to go. Skedaddle. Your defense looks piss poor. You're not even calling plays. Alan Williams doesn't look any better. God bless him. I wish him nothing but the best. I know he's got some personal things going on right now. I hope everything's okay. It doesn't make an excuse that you can't fucking call plays on defense. That Yannick Ngakoue and DeMarcus Walker and Tremaine Edmonds and TJ Edwards and Jack Sanborn and Jaquan Brisker can't get a sack against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers depleted offensive line and Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield cooks you for 317 yards as a defense. A passing touchdown, 0 interceptions, 0 sacks, 0 picks. Trash. I mean, let's be real, trash. What the fuck is that? What are we doing? What are we talking about? They're the monsters of the motherfucking Midway. And when I saw him in Indianapolis, that being Yannick Ngakoue, over 9 sacks a year. I saw him get a sack in week 1, and that was it. That was the only time I saw him blitz the quarterback. Why aren't we blitzing? Oh, we don't have the secondary to blitz. I don't give a fuck. We got the linebackers for it. Eddie Jackson's playing like he doesn't give a fuck. Got Jalen Johnson, got Kyler Gordon. He's banged up right now, but you had him. You got Tyreek Stevenson, Jaquan Brisker. You got a secondary. But they're not looking too good. It's just the reality. You, as a head coach, are the guys who are hiring these guys and putting them in position to succeed. Nathaniel Hackett looked like shit as a head coach with the Denver Broncos. Fine. How's he look with the New York Jets as an offensive coordinator? Breece Hall doesn't get the ball. He's adamant about that. We praise Breece Hall for vocalizing that. Why aren't we praising Justin Fields for vocalizing? For saying, I'm the franchise quarterback. This is my ass. If I let these coaches just let me get ran out of town, they're just going to get fired the next year anyways. Okay, so let's say we get the number 1 overall pick, the number 2 overall pick. We draft Caleb Williams, and we draft Marvin Harrison Jr., and then, hey, let's say, fuck it. We let Darnell Mooney and Chase Claypool go. We sign T. Higgins. We have DJ Moore, Marvin Harrison Jr., and T. Higgins, and Caleb Williams, and Cole Kmet, and Roschon Johnson. We're running like that. And then 2024 opening game, screen passes. Screen passes. Oh, he's a rookie quarterback. We're going to slowly. Fuck that, dude. Fuck that. Because CJ Stroud's out here cooking. Anthony Richardson looks confident. Bryce Young's hurt, but he looked a little confident. I see year 2 guys look more confident than Justin Fields right now because you're not giving him the ability to be himself. At the end of the day, this is you. This is your job. If you feel like you're not able to do your job because of X, Y, and Z, you have to express that. Justin Fields and Matt Eberflus just went on the record. He just went in his press conference and acknowledged it. He said, I want Justin to be vocal. I want him to tell the truth. It's important for us that he hears us. We had a meeting this week. We felt like it went very well. I know Justin Fields very well. I've been watching Justin Fields. I've watched him and his father slowly grow and develop into this NFL form since I was 15 years old. Him and Trevor Lawrence. I've watched them grow. They are some of the most respectable people you will ever meet. First class. I mean, I can't speak enough. I can't speak highly enough about how well he was raised. For him to say what he said shows me that whatever meeting you had earlier this week, you didn't get the point. You didn't get the message. I bet your ass right now you get the message because everybody in Chicago is talking about this. Everybody in Chicago is having this conversation. Oh, yeah, the meeting went really well this week. Yeah, we talked about a lot. Nah, we didn't. Because if you did, Justin Fields never would have said it's coaching. Sure, he didn't allude that Luke Getsy's horrible. He also didn't deny it. He expressed that it's an issue. You keep that shit in-house unless people aren't hearing you. I love that shit. I love it. And if you don't love it, I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. I don't care. I don't care. Because we let quarterbacks run through this town and then run right back out. And then we always look around and we go, why can't we develop a quarterback? Why isn't it working? Why can't we draft a quarterback? Because we put bullshit around him. What are we doing? Like, be real. Be fucking for real, bro. I love this. I absolutely love this. This is what you need in week 2. We don't need silence. We don't need our quarterback to be passive. I mean, god damn. We are the Chicago fucking Bears. Y'all make my heart hurt. Literally. What are we doing? Justin Fields lets it be known that, hey, this shit is fucked up. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to play my version of football. And so help me God. If Justin Fields rushes the ball and plays his best football we've seen against the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday, fire Flus and fire Getsy immediately because that's not a win for me. If we somehow beat the Kansas City Chiefs, the reigning Super Bowl champs, and Patrick Mahomes and Matt Nagy, which is a win in my book, but if you beat these guys and you look at the coaching staff in the face and you say, see what happens when you let him be him. See what happens when he plays his version of football. You're the head coach. You're the offensive coordinator. Why hasn't he been able to do that? Why are we 1-2 right now and not 3-0? Because we could have beat Green Bay. Green Bay couldn't even beat Atlanta. Desmond Ridder just beat Green Bay Packers. Baker Mayfield just beat the Chicago Bears. Jordan Love just beat the Chicago Bears. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, let's be real. And you know what? Someone in the comments just said Bijan Robinson beat them. You know what? That's fair. But when your quarterback is Desmond Ridder, at the end of the day, I don't fucking care. Be better. Be fucking better. This kid just put you on notice, and you better feel it. Because we put you in here to bring in a monster defense. We gave you the weapons for it. Looks like shit. They look like shit. All right. How's the offense look? Looks even worse. All right. Get this guy the fuck out of here. You're fucking up what Ryan Poles has been doing. But that's all I really got for you guys today. If you're new here, please smack that follow button. We're going to be covering the Bears all week long. Later, we're going to be talking about Braxton Jones and his neck injury, likely going to be out at least for 4 weeks. Not sure if that's a season-ending injury. Matt Eberflus said they're going to have to play it by ear, see how he progresses. It'd be very unfortunate if he's out. Obviously, we already have Tevin Jenkins out. Lucas Patrick probably isn't far behind. I'm not wishing any negativity towards him, but history's past repeats itself. But with that being said, I appreciate all you guys for being here. You can follow me on TikTok or on Instagram or on YouTube at Mike on the Mic or the Shy.Kid. Definitely hit that follow button for everything Chicago sports. This is listening to the All Sports, All Plays Network. Until next time, hey, shout out Justin Fields, man.
All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making up plays. You talking the game, get you to the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, they working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.